Go into your working folder, open up colorguide.ai. It's a very, very simple document. It's got 5 stars on it. You know what? I'm just running out of inspiration. I just can't figure out what I want. I have a general idea. Maybe it's going to be in the reds or the blues or something, but I don't know. Beyond that point, I'm just stymied. I mean, my muse, who usually helps me, must be out partying somewhere and has left me alone. May I suggest something to you? And it's called the Color Guide. Now, the Color Guide is located in Essentials, if you're there, right here. Let me pull that guy out of there. I like this thing. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. Now, it's going to start you somewhere. But let's say we're thinking, okay, in the greens, in the reds, in the blues. And you come over here and you click on one of these colors, and everything changes up here. Now, this color is defined as your set, your base color. You can change that to something else. When you do, if you click in here, you get all these different sets. Okay, here's a nice set, kind of like that. So I selected here, it changes everything down here. So here's my harmony rule, and here's my variations on the harmony rule. Now I can come up here and go into Color Guide Options, and basically I can change the steps, more or less, and I can change the variation. Now, by default, it's at 100%, but if I go this way, it's kind of boring, and this way, well, it gets a little bit more exciting anyway. So let's say we like that, we click OK. Now we can come over here anytime we want to and select some of these. Let me shift click on these two and pick a color. And I'll select this one, pick a color. Variations. Based on harmony. And we all love harmony, don't we? Come back up here again, change our mind. There are some very stable, like analogous ones, and there are some very wonky ones too. Okay, you can play around all day long with these. Now, you like what you've got, you can click here and convert them into color swatches. Or you can, we've got vivid menu muted down here. We could go shades, or we can go warm and cool. Up to you. But it is really a great place to get some inspiration to get started in colors that are either analogous or complementary harmony colors. Okay, Color Guide. But what if you don't have a clue to have a clue? I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what color to plug in for my set color here. I have just lost it today. May I suggest Cooler? Now, it's spelled K-U-L-E-R, but it is called Cooler, as in, hey, it's cool. What is it? Well, I'll tell you what, it actually is pretty cool. If you come down here and click this button, now you have to be online to do this. It'll launch the Cooler website. And here we go. Gentlemen, start your engines. I've already signed in. You can see me up here. If you have an account, you sign in up here, or sign out. If you don't have an account, you click here, you make one. It's free. Now, what is this stuff? It's stuff like, well, that you and I make, that put out here. Thousands and thousands and thousands of these things. There's chili zucchini pies. That's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and select that one. Okay, now it's been downloaded 93 times, if you can read that. Some of these have been downloaded tens of thousands of times. You can add your own comment down here if you want to. This button right here will allow me, if I want to do this, to basically modify it. Let's say I do that. I make a couple of modifications here. Why not? Now, you're not modifying, don't forget this, you are not modifying the original zucchini pie. You're modifying your own copy of it. So once I've got that, I can change this right here. And let me rename that to, see if I can select that, Andy's Chili Zucchini Pies. And click Save. Now you can add tags to it so people can find it. Okay, let's go into favorites down here. These are the two I have so far, furnishings and chili zucchini pie. Let's say I'm done. If I come back out of here and go into my Cooler right here and click this button to refresh, well, there it is. Andy's Chili Zucchini Pies. Back to the site. and you don't want to modify one of these, you just want to kind of save it, which is fine too, you can select the one you want to save, and they even have like highest rated right here, and say, well, I love this one. So you select it here, and then you click this button right here. Now when you click that one, it will download it as an Adobe Swatch Exchange file. So you can have them either in the Cooler panel or in the Swatches panel. That is totally up to you. This button over here allows me to add it to my favorites. Once it's added to your favorites, when you come back into Illustrator, you can then click here to refresh and then draw them into the Cooler panel. But if they're ASEs, then you can bring them into your Swatches panel over here by simply clicking here and saying Open Other Library and finding out where you saved it. So if you're lacking inspiration, it's no big deal, it happens to everybody. Don't forget you got a color guide to help you out, and you have the Cooler site, which is live, with thousands of ideas for you to explore.